Hi, in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to use Scanimore's online file management system. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and go to our scanimore.com, and once you get there you're going to go into the client login button right here to your right. So you click on that, it's going to go ahead and load up the software, and then you're going to go ahead and put in the account information that we provided to you. Now once you log in, the first thing you're going to see is the name of your company right here, or your personal name depending on how we set up your account. You're also going to see your files right here in this window, and you're also going to see some icons here at the top. Right now I'm going to show you how to use these icons. This first button right here you'll see is the left pan button. When you press this button it toggles this window to come in and out. Preferably I like this window to be out just because it shows you some more details of the folders. That if you click on a folder right here, it's going to show you the details of that folder. It also shows you right here, but I like having that window out, and it kind of gives you a better view of where you're currently at in the repository. So this shows that we're in the main root folder right here. This next button right here that you're going to see is going to be the display. This shows you how you can view your folders and your files in the repository. If you click on thumbs, it's going to make the icons a little bit bigger. Folders kind of gives you a preview of files if you have JPEGs. But I prefer looking at the list, just because if you have a lot of files in a folder, it's going to be easier to find those files, and easier to see the files if you have them in a list view. This next button is going to be the upload button. There's two ways to upload into the software. You can either click this button and it's going to pop up a window, and you can click on the browse button and search for your files this way. Or what you could do is, once you open up the folder, let's say you want to put new files into this My Files folder, you would just have to minimize your window, and then you could just highlight files and drag and drop directly into the window, and it would automatically upload those files directly. It's a straight drag and drop upload. That's a nice benefit to have with this software. So and there you go, your files are now uploaded to the repository. This next button that you're going to see is the download button. We all know what that is. Anything that you click on, once you hit this download button, it's automatically going to download this to your computer. It works two ways. If you want to go ahead and download a whole folder, say you want to get all the files within this certain folder, you would just have to click on this, highlight the folder, and then click on download. What that's going to do, once you download that folder, it's going to compress that folder into a compressed format, which makes your download size a little bit smaller, and saves you guys a little bit of time instead of having to wait there for a big download. This next button that you're going to see is the share button. Now you could share folders, and you could also share files. If you want to share a folder, it brings up this window, and then all you would have to do is create a new temporary user. And if you click on that, it's just going to ask you make a temporary username, and then set a password for that user so they can log in and view the contents. And then you could also set the rights up here, which is if you just want the user to be able to read the files and download them, if you want them to be able to read and upload files, or if you just want them to be able to upload files only. So those are a couple cool options that you have with sharing specific folders. But as far as the files, if you click on that share button again, you can share a specific file, and this gives you expiration dates. So say you want to set an expiration date to your link, you could set it here, a specific amount of days. The download, you could set a specific amount of download limit that you want for the file. And this is also an optional password that you can attach to the link. Once you put in all this information, you're going to go ahead and click on generate. And what that's going to do is that's going to generate a link for you right here. And all you're going to have to do is copy this link, and you could send it via email or to whoever you want, however you want to send it. And that person can, once they put that in their web browser, they can get access to the files that you want them to have access to. They could download it. This little envelope right here, if you click on this, that's going to open up your Microsoft Outlook, and it'll automatically attach that link to an outgoing email automatically. So that's another nice little benefit that this software has. This next button that you're going to see is a new directory button. This allows you to add new folders to your repository. So let's say you want to put in a new folder and call it, let's say taxes. Oops, I'm sorry, there's already a folder called here taxes. So let's say you want to call it checks. So what that's going to go ahead and do is generate a new folder right here called checks. And then, like again, you can go ahead and put all your files that you want to put in this folder directly in here. You can also, you can also make subfolders within folders, which is a real benefit. Like I said right here. Or what you can always do is you can also drag and drop folders into here. So let's say you create a folder in your main folder. You can just drag and drop it, and it'll auto be moved into your pending invoices. So those are another lot of fluid features that this program has, similar to your standard Windows operating system. This next button that you're going to see is a rename button. Pretty much anything that you highlight you can rename directly online without having to download the file, which is a big benefit. Without that you can have at your fingertips without having to physically download a file. You could rename any file, any folder straight from the software itself. This next button that you're going to see is a copy button. If whatever file that you're clicked on, you can hit the copy and choose your destination folder, and it would copy that file directly to that folder, which is another nice feature. If you want to send a duplicate file to a new folder. This is also the move, which kind of works in the same way. Without sending a copy, it's actually going to move that specific file to the folder of your choice. So that's another great tool that you have at your fingertips. Now everyone knows what this button is. This is obviously the delete button. Anything that you click on, you hit delete, it's going to go ahead and move that to the recycle bin. So say we deleted that file. Once you go back to your root directory, it's going to be right there in the recycle bin. So you could delete folders. Anything on here that you put, you can delete. So that's an added benefit. Another thing that's really nice about this software is that you're able to preview files. So if you want to preview a file, all you would have to do is just find the file itself and open it up, and there you go. Your file's being previewed right here, a PDF file, directly directly online instead of having to download the physical file itself, which is another benefit. Also too, there's a small preview here if you want to go ahead and upload any type of content. Doesn't necessarily have to be files. It could be MP3s, and any type of content that you have on your computer you can upload to this system. Not all of it is able to have a preview, but for the most part you can preview a lot of different file types on here. You can also stream live music directly online without having to download the file itself. So that's another nice benefit that the software has. And once again, if you want to view this in a better view, you can also, if you want to listen the thumbs, you could view it a lot. If you like those big icons, I know some people do. If you notice a small icon right here attached to this PDF, what that is say like I explained to you earlier that you're sharing a file and you no longer, once you're sharing a file, this icon is going to appear showing you that this file is currently being shared. Now if you want to cancel that file from being shared for whatever reason, you would just have to click on that file and go to that share button again and click on stop sharing. And then what that's going to do is that's going to remove that little icon from that file, so that file is no longer being shared, and you could see that that little icon is no longer there. Another benefit that I wanted to show you guys, or another little feature, is that if you go over here to your login name and you click down on this arrow, you're going to be able to see your user quota. This is going to show you how much space you have left on your account. Currently this account has only used 67 megabytes of their 5 gigs allowed. So that's another nice little feature that you could see is you can keep track of how much space you're actually using on your account. Another thing I wanted to show you was was this little lock up here. This is showing you that the site is SSL secured, meaning that all information from you to this site is secured. It's all encrypted with a 256-bit encryption. So that's nice to know, letting you know that your files are being safe and we're taking the proper steps to keep your files secure. Other than that, I hope I haven't missed anything. There is an added search feature right here that you can search files within the repository, so that's nice to know. What you're going to want to go ahead and do before you search, for any file, you're going to want to go ahead to over here to the left of your screen and click on the folder, right click on the folder, and then you go to index content, and what that's going to do is the software is going to go ahead and index all that content within that specific folder that you just indexed. And before I forget, let me go ahead and show you. Anything that you click on also on this software and you right click on your mouse, you're also going to see it. You're going to see all those options that you see up here at the top also right here when you right click on anything. So like again, this is a little shortcut. If you don't want to have to go up here to the top, you could just right click on pretty much anything and it will show you what available options you have for whatever it is that you're trying to click on. So yeah, so that's another cool little feature. We also wanted to tell you that there is an app for this software that we will be showing you a tutorial later on how to use. That is available on Apple iTunes, and there is an Android app as well for this that you could find. So those are a lot of benefits that you really have that flexibility of viewing your files pretty much anywhere and having your instant access to your files on demand when you need it, how you want it. So other than that, I hope this software is helpful and beneficial to you, and we'll see you again next time. Okay? Thanks again.